Today is an important meeting. We're going to be discussing the health, safety, and quality of life for our residents here in St. Johns County.
County Commissioner Ann Taylor shares with Liz Ryan some of the most important items on today's board meeting agenda.
Public comment, where you can talk about anything that's not on the agenda, is right at the beginning at 9 o'clock. Then they're going to dive right into agenda item number 1, which is a biggie.
We will be discussing the 2050 comprehensive plan. My understanding is that they have looked at the feedback that was received at the last meeting. One big example that a lot of people were concerned about was the building height was going to be extended quite a bit. So we'll be looking at that. Also, we're going to be looking at the county administrator's contract. And I've heard from so many residents regarding e-bikes in our county, and we will be presenting the first draft of the e-bike ordinance. And this is something that the commissioners have been working on with the sheriff's department. Also, we'll be looking at who to appoint to the PZA, and that is a very important position because the PZA is who advises the county commissioners.
Commissioner Clay Murphy wants your input on the comprehensive plan.
It is a complicated issue. It's not something that you can do overnight. So we're taking the next step to put together our vision for the future when it comes to St. Johns County. We still have some issues to work out, and you'll be able to come out and give us your opinion about what direction the county needs to take.
And the board will decide who should replace Elvis Pierre.
We're going to be voting on a new PZA member. So come out and give us your opinion about who you think needs to step up into that position.
The meeting begins at 9 o'clock in the County Auditorium on San Sebastian View. For St. Augustine's Local Morning News, I'm Liz Ryan.
This local news is a service of your hometown Toyota dealer, Beaver Toyota, US 1 St. Augustine, here to wow you.
The Florida Department of Transportation is expected to have an overnight detour of the Bridge of Lions. That'll begin at 9 p.m.
Watch out for an overnight bridge closure.
FDOT's Hampton Ray says they're closing the Bridge of Lions tonight for routine maintenance.
The Bridge of Lions is a drawbridge, so it requires a little bit more attention than our other structures. So whenever we talk about our movable bridges like the Bridge of Lions, we've got to make sure that we get in there with the actual mechanical pieces, make sure that everything's operating correctly, just that routine maintenance, just like changing your air filter in your air conditioning.
You can use the 312 bridge to the south as a detour until the bridge reopens tomorrow morning at 5. And in other news, St. Johns County is hosting a groundbreaking ceremony this morning for the Silverleaf Sportsplex and Shearwater Community Park and Library. Speakers include 2 county commissioners and directors of both St. Johns County Parks and Rec and the Public Library System. The ceremony starts at 10 o'clock. I'm Daryl Moody reporting.
Yes, at Florida Power and Light, we want to share information and tips with customers to help them keep their bills as low as possible.
Shelley Ragsdale, communications strategist for Florida Power and Light, giving tips to reduce your energy bill this summer.
As the weather begins to turn warmer, you may be having thoughts about how to control your energy bill.
We recommend between 75 and 78 degrees. Well, we want you to be comfortable, but every degree above 75 can save 3 to 5% on your energy bill. So that can really add up savings. And if you're going to be away from home for an extended period of time, maybe at work or for a few days on vacation, we recommend setting that thermostat up to around 80 to 82 degrees. That will keep the humidity at a manageable level, but will help your AC run less.
She also recommends checking all your household windows.
We recommend sealing your windows, checking for any air leaks, putting in weather stripping or caulk around your doors and windows to help keep that hot air out is certainly something that can help keep the inside temperature more comfortable. And we also recommend closing those blinds or curtains when the sun is out. And that can help reduce that ambient temperature, ambient heat coming in and keeping that inside temperature a little bit more comfortable.
And making a few changes during cooking can help too.
The oven or even using your stove can heat up the kitchen some. You can grill out on the patio. Also some smaller appliances like the microwave or even an air fryer or a small toaster oven will help keep that temperature down in your kitchen.
Plus, she suggests downloading the FPL Energy app that can monitor your energy use. For St. Augustine's Local Morning News, I'm Karen Johnson.
And now you're up to date with St. Augustine's Local Morning News. I'm Rich Carroll.